JonnyPink, this is Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Reserve. And I'm going to start out by saying, hey man, if you've seen some of my others, please give it a thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. Share it with somebody if you think it's kind of cool. And if you keep going, that's awesome. One of the things about Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Reserve that I really, really like is running into different people, because there's so many different photographers out here. You see people that, the same people that you see over and over and over, and then you meet people maybe that have seen one of your videos, and you're just hanging out. And it is so much fun just to be out here. Today is Monday, the October 24th. We're having Santa Ana winds, and I had planned on being out riding today, but it looks really, really calm right now. But last night the winds were howling. I had planned on being out riding because it's the 2-year anniversary of me breaking my hips, crashing. I was riding down Decker, which was my plan for today. But we're having Santa Ana winds. Right now it's a little calm out here, and I was supposed to be out there. I was going to ride that, and I was going to film that today, doing almost the exact same ride. But last night was so windy that I didn't ride this morning. So I'm out here. I would have been out here later in the afternoon anyway. I had a question on one of my videos. What's the best lens that I've used on the R7? So first, let me say, there is no best lens. Each lens has its strengths and it has its weaknesses. Some of the strengths are clarity. Some of the strengths are the lightweight portability. And depending on what you're looking for in a lens, the weaknesses may be the weight, or it's not a fast enough lens for you, or maybe what you want to do. Some lenses have VR, some don't. And then there's the price. Today I have my original 100. It's the Canon EF 100 to 400 adapted onto here, and I love this little lens. It's fast. It's faster than the new RF version, which I like. For me, I prefer a faster lens, and so that's why I like this one better. I think the sharpest lens that I've used out of all the lenses has been the RF 100 to 500. An amazingly sharp lens. That focal distance is relatively short, so that's kind of nice. It's expensive, but that has been my favorite lens for birding. The second one on that list would probably be my 500 f4, just because you get just also amazingly sharp stuff. still an expensive lens. The newer ones are ungodly expensive. You can buy a small car for that, or a car in general for what they charge, and I don't want to do that. Not yet. Maybe next week. I like the Sigma. I like the reach. When you're out birding, really what you want is more reach. And then when I'm with this one, I only have 640 millimeters worth of reach. So if something is way too far, then I can't shoot it. Really something really small like this in your viewfinder or in your frame, it's not going to look good anyway. The longer your focal distance as you start getting out there, then you also, believe it or not, start having issues with atmosphere. If it's hot, you're going to get the wavy distortions, and it's going to be in there. The Sigma lens, I know it has kind of a bad rap, but how many great photos do you need? Let's say that I shoot a burst on this and I have 100 photos sitting there. I'm gonna pick one that I'm gonna share with you guys. If I really wanted something on a pro level, I would use my 500 f4. The reason I like a faster lens over some of the others is because I like that creamy bokeh. If I'm down low, if I have trees behind it, I just want them blurred out. Yes, I do a lot of manipulating in Lightroom. I select my subject, I sharpen where I want, I might really bring out the eyes to make them super sharp and super clear, and then I invert everything and I denoise all the background and I take all the sharpness down to make it stand out. That's the way I like processing photos. It works for me. You might have a different way. You might just pull JPEGs off of the camera and put them up on Instagram, depending on what you're doing. The bottom line for everything is it's just supposed to be fun. There is no perfect camera. There is no perfect lens. There's no photographer that has all the answers, that knows everything, that every photo is perfect. It just doesn't happen. Out of a burst of, say, 100 shots, are they all going to be perfectly in focus no matter what lens you have? No, they're not. Your hit rate with the native lenses, they are better, but there are some native lenses that really are just crap. You might get a bad copy. It just might not work for you. With the DSLRs, it was worse because you had that focal distance, but you could adjust it in camera. Just enjoy the magic of capturing that one minuscule moment in time. That will never ever happen again. I know it sounds like a tree hugger thing, and it's really not. It's just kind of cool to be out having fun. Enjoy the day while you can still breathe. At least it doesn't smell like the devil's lettuce out here right now. Oh well, you guys have a fantastic day. Whatever it is you're going to do out there, again, please give it a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up even. I love seeing all the people that come out here. You guys have a fantastic day out there. Whatever it is you're going to do, JonnyPink. See you guys out on the road. If you see me out here, please, it'll freak me out, but come up and say hello. At first, when someone comes up to me, it always kind of, you know who I am? That's kind of cool. We'll see you guys out there. JonnyPink, we'll see ya. Oh, and I was told, pro tip, don't chew gum when you're talking to the camera. But as I told our handler years ago when being on television, it'll be tucked in my cheek. If it's good enough for Mick Jagger on stage, it's good enough for me as well. Anyway, that's a whole other story. And so if you were to see that from a million years ago, what you don't see is I was chewing gum even on that set. I may have stuck it on my guitar for all I remember, but I was chewing gum then too.